All right, but let's start with Lionel Messi finally returning to the lineup for Inter Miami over the weekend. Not just returning to the lineup, returning to the score sheet as well. He had a couple goals in the first half, plus an assist late to Luis Suarez as Inter Miami beat the Philadelphia Union by a score of 3-1. His first game with Inter Miami in just around 100 days. As we take a look at the Eastern Conference table with 5 to 7 games left for everybody involved. Miami 10 points clear of second place Cincinnati. They played Columbus to a scoreless draw in the Hell is Real Derby. Miami 7 points clear in the Supporter Shield race. The LA Galaxy are next closest out west. All right, for more on the weekend that was, we welcome to the show, I almost said it, Mauricio Pedrosa, not Mauricio Pochettino. I got close there. So he's so front of mind now.
This is going to be a thing, right? This is going to be a thing from now on. I'm not going to be the most popular Mauricio on Football Americas.
You will be the most popular. You will be the most popular for sure. Probably the least criticized, if we're being honest about it. That as well. That's what awaits for Mauricio Pochettino. All right, so let's get into this game from the weekend, Herc. And I want to start with you because I have an admission here. I was watching the Inter Miami game against Philadelphia Union, and I'm texting with Herc. And early on in the game, man, not only did Messi look a little bit off, but Inter Miami looked off, right? They looked like a team trying to reincorporate this guy. Philly scored first. Philly had some chances. And I send the text to Herc. I said, Herc, man, I don't know. He's looking rusty. Boy, about a minute later, he had scored. And within 5 minutes of that, he had scored twice. Herc, it was just amazing how quickly he individually, and again, after 3 months away from this team, was able to shift the game. And it was almost like game over after that.
4 months, Seb. He spent a month with the national team, and then he got injured for 3 months. This is ridiculous. This man is almost our age. He's literally trained this week. He's not had any competitive games, and it's like Leagues Cup all over again. He had a Mai Tai in his hand. He scored 2 goals, should have had an assist. He was offsides 4. They called one back on Luis Suarez's initial goal. Well, he did have an assist. This one right here. And then he comes afterwards and he's telling the people at Apple TV when they're interviewing him, I felt a little tired. It's hot, but it's good to get my feet wet. What? This guy's played half the MLS season, and he's a clear front runner for MLS MVP. 14 goals, 14 assists. I don't know what that says about his greatness or how average he is making Major League Soccer defenders look, but it is insane. I told you in this game when you text me, it was like minute 4. You're like, oh no, they're down already. My Primo was very worried. Relax. They've got this in the bag. I thought they would have it in the bag because Inter has coped without Messi. I didn't think Messi would do this again, proving us all wrong.
Look, El Primo had Inter Miami to win in over 1.5. So El Primo, and that's been a wagon, by the way, this season. The Primo ended the game very happy. Mauricio, I want to get your perspective here. What do you think of what Herc says? Is it down to Messi's greatness, or is this somewhat a reflection of maybe the level of MLS being exposed a bit?
Okay, it's a little bit of both, but I'll start by saying that I'm surprised that Herc acts surprised that this happened. It is indeed the best player in history. And I, after watching the game, I heard his interview with Eduardo Vizcayar. The other thing, other than the weather, the humidity, he also said, that's when I made the decision to start and play the full game. So it's not like doctors, physios, or not even Tata Martino were making that decision. We know it's Messi, the one who's making that decision. But I'm not surprised at all that it took him nothing. Like just a few minutes, but that 30 minutes to feel again that he was competing at that level. I was going to say at a high level, but then I retracted and then just said at that level. But that's what he does. That's Lionel Messi who we're talking about right here. So the fact that he was out of the league for 4 months, out of competition for almost 3 months, and that it took him only half an hour to reconnect with the game, to reconnect with his teammates, and ends up impacting the game the way he did, shouldn't come as a surprise for anybody. Now, your second part of the question is that a reflection on the level of the league? Yes, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that we're dealing with a player that whatever he's been, when he's connected, when he's feeling it, when he's in the zone, and he doesn't have to be at his 100% for that zone to be more than enough to create opportunities to score and assist the way he did against Philly. So not surprised because he's the best player ever. Because he's the best player ever. But it's also a reflection that the league might be a little too small for him.
A little too small? This man struggled at Copa America. He looked like a shadow of his former self, and then he gets injured, and he's out for 3 months. And his first game back, I mean, he had a half training session under his belt. And the first game back, he goes a full 90 and plays this way. 2 goals and an assist. Has a goal for Luis Suarez called back where it would have been another assist. And we're going to sit here and pretend we're not surprised. Nobody's doubting his greatness. No. But Seb, you can't tell me you watched Copa America and saw him get injured in that final and started thinking to yourself, oh, this may be it.
I didn't think he'd come back with 2 goals in 5 minutes, 30 minutes in after missing that much time with the team. And I think that's a testament to his greatness. But listen, we could fill a whole episode just on Messi. He wasn't the only one to score here, right? Luis Suarez scored as well. And if you boys will remember, when we did our preseason picks, I was the one who said Luis Suarez would win the Golden Boot. Right now, he's 2 off of DC United's very own Christian Benteke. You can see the odds there according to ESPN Bet. Lionel Messi in there as well with 14 goals from about half as many games as everybody else. Herc, let me ask you the question this way. Who do you think has a better chance to win the Golden Boot here? Luis Suarez or Lionel Messi?
Oh, God. That's a tough one. I don't think it'll be either. And I don't know why I'm even guessing against them or betting against them because I should know better. They've proven me wrong every single time they play for Inter Miami. I picked Denny Bouanga, and he's 2 goals away from Benteke. Benteke still got to slow down, and that's not been the case. So give that big man over there his flowers at DC United. I still think that Denny Bouanga will make a case, but Luis Suarez doesn't take all the free kicks, doesn't take all the penalty kicks. Luis Suarez doesn't find himself humiliating teams like Messi does in Major League Soccer every time he's on the field. So out of those 2, I would pick Messi. I won't bet against Messi. I just think Tata Martino is going to try to be smart about this. There's a lot of games that are going to come up between, World Cup qualifiers and go back to Argentina, the playoffs when they roll around, and how he's got to just decide how he divides those games up and what he does. Because you can't start Messi and not let him finish the game. Messi doesn't operate like that. So you may need to not let Messi play a game. You may need to actually make that choice for him. I don't know if Tata Martino has that in him, and for that reason, I will take the field.
Mal, who you got winning the Golden Boot?
I mean, I don't think it's either Suarez or Messi. When Kirk was saying that Tata Martino has to be smart about it, he's right. But and I'm not saying that Tata's not smart, but the fact that his first game back after 3 months of inactivity, and he goes full 90, and the Miami heat and humidity, that tells me that Messi is ready to go, and maybe he'll skip a game or 2, especially considering that they most likely will win the Supporters' Shield. I like Benteke's chances best. I think he's in best position to win the Golden Boot. But when you ask if I had to pick between Messi and Suarez, I would still pick Suarez just for this reason. Knowing their relationship, knowing that Suarez carried the team when Messi was not there, something that tells me that Messi wants Suarez to have the best chances to win the Golden Boot. I don't think that's going to be the case, but if it's between them 2, I would go with Luis Suarez.
Herc, I hear your points about kind of resting guys down the road, but Tata Martino has talked about chasing the Shield, chasing maybe the points record, obviously MLS Cup beyond that. So I just wonder if maybe chasing some of those historic marks might mean down the stretch we see a little bit more Messi, a little bit more Suarez than we might have expected coming into it.